Hi there, and welcome back to Stubbs Aquatics. Well, it's full-blown March madness here at the koi pond. I haven't seen a March like this. We're usually frozen in still by mid-March, but the temperature swings have been all over the map, which is ultra dangerous to the koi. Cold water stress for some of my friends, koi that we have to deal with. Uh, it's like I said, it's the most dangerous time of the year for koi because there's just too much fluctuation. They've become weak over the winter, and then the up and down temperatures. They're begging for food, but it's 8 degrees now Celsius, which is great for this time of year usually, but it's been up to 15, which is quite pleasant. But as you can see, it's going to get cold again. So let's have a look around, and we'll talk about the dangers of springtime opening, when you should open, when you should back off, when you should start feeding. Because I'm not feeding mine yet because it's still too cold. It's better to be cruel than kind. So let's get to it, anyways.
This, believe it or not, is the beginning of March. Just a skim of ice. Been able to see my fish, which is, well, ultra great for this time of year. These ponds still have a bit of ice on them, but it's looking good. I've never been able to turn the pumps on before the beginning of April, so this just might happen. As you can see, there's still a skim of ice, but you can see my fish. That's just amazing for me. But then, bam, the next day, we're frozen in again. This is what I'm talking about, the up and down fluctuations in March. This is why it's so dangerous for the koi.
Hey there, if you haven't already done so, hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. Now let's get back to the show.
Then within a couple days, we got some real warm weather and it all melted again. Marty's even looking confused. I wanted to see how Jim was making out with his ponds, if he was having the same issues. And sure enough, yeah, he had a major freeze over in the Shabumpkin pond, and but his koi pond, it stayed open, a lot more open than mine did. He has a better bubbling system than me, and his koi, they're pretty active throughout the year. Actually, I'm kind of jealous of that. Within a week from this, he was able to start up his ponds and start the filtration going. Now it's not all his filters going, but the main one. And his fish certainly are active again, and his water will clear much quicker. He doesn't use UV sterilizers either. But we did notice that his Shbumpkin pond, Shbumpkins were sick. We removed all fish from his pond. That way we could treat the fish separately and then do a heavy dose of potassium permanganate in the pond. We decided on a course of action that these guys would get a PP dip and then be removed and put in a different container where they would get a strong salt concentration. While we were at it, we figured we might as well do a PP treatment of this koi pond. The falls are running, but there's no filtration going currently. It's just to move the PP around to spread it out equally. We did about a 3.5 hour burn on the koi pond before engaging in a bit of a water change and filtration. The water will clear up really well in the next day or two. Like I said before, Jim doesn't use UVs either. We rely on the plants to do most of the work for us with respect to green water. In the beginning of the spring, our water generally looks like this. It is actually good quality water. It's just buildup of algae, and until the plants catch up, you have to deal with that. That same day, I was able to turn my own pond on and get the water running. These guys haven't seen fresh water, since November, so I wanted to get the pumps going. I thought about adding some new water, Not quite yet, because, well, the lines are still pretty much frozen. But like I said, I've never been able to get the water running this time of year. This is, well, a March miracle. Because before, the earliest was ever was around my wife's birthday, that being first week of April. So nice to see my fish, and they're not under ice. They're still not moving a lot, but again, it's nice to see them. I wish the water was a little bit clearer, but that'll come in time. It's just nice again to be able to see them, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That is, well, being slow and not moving around much. And we had a few nice days in a row, and, well, of course, Marty had to take full advantage of that, and, well, does what she does best: hang around the pond and drink most of my water. Man, she goes out there a lot just to drink and drink and drink. I guess it wouldn't be Marty if you didn't see her at her favorite watering hole. I actually thought about doing a PP treatment at my place, but I'm going to hold off on that. The fish are looking pretty good, and I don't really want to add stress to them, being that it's going to get really cold again, and the odds are I'm going to get a bit of ice. I've only got the one pump going and one of the filters for now. I don't want to get too much water movement, simply because it is too cold, and the last thing you want to do is to super chill your water. These guys are under enough stress this time of year, and too much water movement, well, it'll chill the water down that much more, believe it or not. Right now, I'm taking water from a skimmer box and then dropping it from a small waterfall. I'm not taking any water from the deep end, and that's safest for the fish. As far as feeding my fish, I would love to, but until that water temperature hits 50, 55, I won't. They just can't digest it, and even if they wanted to, it's not in their best interest. They're that hungry. There's plenty of small microscopic feed that they can eat in there, whether it's algae or plankton. And in this case, you got to be cruel to be kind. No, I'm not going to break out in song. I have a hard enough time attracting an audience without me singing. You definitely don't want that in your life. Some things just never change. Hey, Marley?
Well, thanks everyone for watching. You notice how Marty always seems to find their way into the camera shot? You know, I'm always being photobombed by that dog. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Please remember to hit that like button. It means a lot to me. Think about subscribing and hit that notification bell. We'll see you real soon. Bye for now.